Hi, Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising, and this week as we head into the final month of 2017 fundraising, we are absolutely concentrating on landing pages and how to make your nonprofit landing page great. Are you ready? Here's some good ideas for you. Okay, number one, share the stories of the real people or a real pet, a child that's impacted by your work. And the reason for this is that testimonials from a real person have the ability to boost the conversion rate. In mainstream marketing, the more your product impacts a customer, the more passionate they are about your business, and the more powerful that testimonial that they can give, the more powerful it becomes. And guess what? That happens in nonprofit marketing too. The more your organization impacts an individual, the more it impacts a pet, the more powerful a testimonial that you have, that they can deliver for you. And luckily for you, testimonials from the people that you serve are certainly more influential than most. So these aren't just individuals whose lives have been improved by a beauty product or a cleaning product. These are people that have escaped poverty or beaten cancer or survived hunger because of your nonprofit. Let's take, for example, this portion, we're going to show it on the screen, of a landing page from Feeding America. And it shows off some of those stories. They're short paragraphs, but they're real stories from real people with real pictures. The power of testimonials like these can't be understated. All right, so that is one good idea for your landing page. Use testimonials. Number two, you can inform people of how their money is spent. Donations are the number one thing that nonprofits ask for during their promotions. Of course, I mean, your annual appeal, it's always about a donation. So if you've ever tried to solicit donations on behalf of your organization, you know that how the money is spent is a big concern to many donors, and rightfully so. Since you're asking your donors to give money for really nothing tangible in exchange, they want to make sure that it's going towards furthering a cause that they're emotionally tied to, that they feel good about supporting, and they want to know that it's helping the cause and not going into the pockets of some executive. And that's kind of a big deal nowadays. They want to know. So your profile on sites like Charity Navigator, that's wonderful because it gives the public an idea of your budget allocation, what percentage goes to research, program development, fundraising expenses. But you can slap that information right on your landing page for your potential donors to see, like on this donation page that we're going to show you right now, care.org. So you're throwing a little security and trust right there. And if they're, hesitating a little bit and they see that and you've got a Charity Navigator rating and say, oh, this is good, I'm going to donate right now. Third, keep it simple. Third idea for a great landing page, keep it simple. So if a donor's gotten to your landing page, they've seen your email, it says click here to help us right this minute. They arrive at your landing page, they need to have some idea what they're supposed to do now. So if maybe you just want them to sign up for an email update, but basically right now you're requesting donations, right? This is year end. This is year end fundraising. So forget email updates. You want them to know on this landing page where they are and how to do it. You don't want to overcomplicate things by using too much text or including too many calls to action. They have already seen the request, seen the email. They're there to donate. Make it simple for them and make it easy and make it fast. There is a study that was conducted by Arc Stone, and it simplified one nonprofit's landing page. And this simplification, and we're going to show you a picture of it, it's really stunning. When they simplified this nonprofit landing page, they got a 178% increase in conversions. Can you believe that? Isn't that amazing? So let's take a look at the cluttered original. Okay, we've got it up there on the screen. So what do I do here? Do I call? Do I fill out the form? Do I use the chat feature? Well, what about all that stuff on the left sidebar menu? Where does employed, struggling to put food on the table take me? Hey, that's already enough to overwhelm your donor into abandoning their idea of donating. They're just confused now. I mean, it's just too much. You didn't keep it simple. You didn't stay with the original request. You put too much in there. Now, let's compare this to the straightforward, optimized version when they got help. Okay, now we've got that up on the screen. There's a number to call, a form to fill out, and the headline is informative. It's no wonder that there was such an increase in conversions, right? 178% increase in conversions. That is perfect. And it's true, it's real. So these landing pages are so important. All right, well, what's the fourth thing that you can do on your landing page? Tell them the impact of their donation. What will donating $20 do for the people you serve? Will it provide a meal, clean water, maybe a roof to sleep under? Knowing how their money is spent is different than knowing what it will provide for those in need. Provide for. Explain what it is that you can do with their donation. And it will serve to put really a tangible result on a monetary amount. Last week, too, we studied a survey that I thought was really excellent. And it said just focus on one benefit, one provision, one thing that you did, and then ask them for more money that you can do that same thing twice or 3 times. Don't give them a whole bunch of different ideas of what you can do. Stick with the one good thing, benefit that you are providing for those in need, and just do it a little bit more and more. Hopefully that makes sense, but I love that idea last week, so I wanted to share that again. Okay, let's look at ways to generate traffic inexpensively. Okay, because right now, this time of year, with all this content that you're putting together for year end, your emails and your stories and your letters, you are really working hard. So while charitable donations and spending are up now, most organizations recognize that they take part in a delicate balancing act, because funding resources can disappear into thin air just as easily as expenses can appear out of nowhere. And right now we're all a little concerned with the tax bill. Well, we're more than a little concerned. We're a lot concerned about funding sources. So in light of the worry about our funding sources and increasing expenses, here are a few ways to generate traffic that maybe you haven't thought of. Okay? So let's talk social media here. Host a Twitter chat. Host Twitter chats like St. Jude Research Hospital and the American Heart Association do. Go check them out. Be helpful and direct people to landing pages where they can sign up to receive more information about the content you're discussing. That's a really good idea. So take note of that idea. Second good idea here. Create valuable resources for your audience. Now, the Child Welfare Information Gateway allows donors and people to access to useful information about anything and everything that has to do with adoption. And some of the information is even downloadable. So it's a great way to offer content on a landing page in exchange for your donor's personal information. What you're doing here is building a relationship, and they're indicating to you that they're interested in this content, and that's good. That's the start of getting to know one another. Hey, they're interested in this, and you make note of that too, of course, in your database. Okay, third thing you can do is you can have a free publication and have it, they can sign up for your free publication, your free newsletters. And, so this is a really good idea. And then you know what this landing page does, and I used to talk to my boss all the time about this in my last position because things have changed so much in the last 5 or 6 years. You have to constantly use landing pages to get information back from people that have interest in your cause, because they have interest in this particular content. Say, I want to know more about this, and they sign up for your landing page, and you know that they're there, and you're giving them great content that you've put together, and you know more about them. I think that's much better to have an online newsletter and do it that way than to have a magazine, a newsletter, and put it out at different places that people can pick it up, because guess what? You're not going to know who's picking it up. But if you put it online and you use a landing page to gather information, when they tell you, yes, I'd like to see this, I'm interested, then it's a win-win for everyone, you and your donor. Number 4, I don't know whether you like the idea of a newsletter, but you know, as a nonprofit, you can use MailChimp to start distributing a regular newsletter. So I really do think that that's a great place to start, because MailChimp is free to start, and you really don't have to have any technical knowledge to run campaigns. So check into MailChimp, because it's a great way to get yourself in the game, and you don't have to pay. All right. Well, if you are like a lot of nonprofits, the communication directors, they say that their biggest challenge is integrating their promotional channels, and this is done seamlessly with MailChimp. So check that out. So if work with your marketing manager with MailChimp here on this idea. And then something else you can do is start offline support groups, and they're getting more and more popular, and Facebook has incredible groups, And Facebook is getting so sophisticated about allowing you to do videos and teleconferencing on your group pages. So you might want to really look into that for 2018. You really don't have time for year end, but just put that in your thinking tank. So how are you going to use landing pages going forward? I hope that we are inspiring you to absolutely either use them for the first time or go in and improve them, your own landing pages, and test them, because landing pages are a crucial component of every single nonprofit's organization marketing plan. And you need to be using them. And it is my belief here at Blockbuster Fundraising, when I click around on different offers, especially Giving Tuesday, I don't think a lot of nonprofits are using landing pages. It's not difficult. I mean, you can really use software and design your own. So work with your webmaster. If you're not using them yet, use them. For each of your emails with a year-end offer or story that's going out that has a donate button on it, create a landing page for that particular offer, that particular story, and see how it works. I think you're going to love it. All right, Joy Olson here at blockbusterfundraising.com. We've joyolsongroup.com. You can find out a lot about us. Also, blockbusterfundraising.com is more of our video blog page. And we've got hundreds of free fundraising video tips on our YouTube channel. Whew! So we're all about your blockbuster fundraising success and making this year your best ever. Thanks for having been here. Oh, remember that every Tuesday we come to you on Facebook live Pacific Standard Time. Bye-bye.